Welcome back, Covenant Warriors. It's been almost a month, but Rise of Atriox Issue 4 has finally been released. Upon capturing Atriox after he raided a Covenant military base, Shipmaster Let Volir struggles with staying loyal to a dying Covenant or serving a Jirohanai warlord for the preservation of his ship and crew. So without further ado, let's get right into it. This is Rise of Atriox Issue 4. Our comic opens up in the post-war era as the Banished assault a Covenant military base on an unknown planet. The base's personnel send a distress call to the CAS class assault carrier Enduring Conviction, commanded by none other than Shipmaster Let Volir. The Shipmaster orders the deployment of ground forces, even though the rest of the fleet will not be able to support them. With Volir personally leading the Covenant forces, the Banished pull back to the main armory, where they commandeer a few phantoms in a supposed attempt to board the Enduring Conviction. However, Let's forces soon cornered Atriox and his men. Then the Warmaster suddenly surrendered almost without a fight. Pausing for a moment, I want to comment on Volir's armor. He seems to be wearing a white version of the armor we see in the main campaign of Halo Wars 2. Now this color has popped up on numerous Shipmasters in the past. Ortas Vadum during the Great Schism, and the Shipmaster from the Return. I'm now under the assumption that Sangheili Shipmasters bore white armor to symbolize their command of a starship, at least during the reign of the Old Covenant. Back to the issue, as Atriox was being transported aboard the Conviction, the Warmaster intrigues Volir by stating that the failed raid was not by coincidence. He was not there for weapons, but for ships, for the Shipmaster and his crew. He offers Let fuel to sustain his ship, and provisions to sustain his crew in exchange for his allegiance. 12 hours later, the Enduring Conviction rendezvous with the rest of the Covenant fleet. After receiving numerous hails from the flagship, Let Volir makes his decision and declares for Atriox and the Banished. Upon receiving no response from the Conviction, the Covenant Fleetmaster, Akkad Nar Ka'ul, orders the ship to be destroyed. After performing numerous evasive maneuvers from plasma torpedoes, the Enduring Conviction performs a slip space jump to the planet Esket 4, a former Covenant colony and home to an abandoned hydro processing facility, now watched by a nearby UNSC base. Upon arriving at the system, Atriox grants the Shipmaster both fuel for his ship and humans to sustain his warriors' bloodlust. And so began the contract between the leader of the Banished and a newly born sellsword captain. And that's issue 4. I really love this issue because it focused on Let Volir's personality. It really shows us how much he cares for the safety of his fellow Sangheili by leading a dangerous mission against the Banished. And it's really interesting to see how he abandoned his old beliefs to side with Atriox for the preservation of his crew. And of course, Atriox proves to be a master tactician by pretending he's only after the base's weapons, when in reality he's only after for the Enduring Conviction. There is one thing that bothered me with this issue, and that's the art. After numerous teasers of this issue from Twitter, I really assumed that this was going to be the end product. Seeing the Reach Sangheili, the H4 Sangheili, and the H2A Sangheili together, and it's really disappointing to see how much different they look. Now don't get me wrong, I don't dislike this art, I was just expecting more. Perhaps I had too much of a high expectation for this issue, but it was kind of a letdown for me compared to issue 3. But overall, the story was great and the art was good for what it was. I give Rise of Atriox issue 4 an 8.8 out of 10. Now before I go, I want to address something to you guys. For the last month, I haven't been producing as much content for you guys as I have for the past, and you guys deserve an explanation. Over this month, I've been going through some personal stuff in my life, and it's hindered me from making new videos for you guys, and for that I greatly apologize. When 2017 is done, be assured that more Covey content will be coming to you guys soon. Until then, may Urus's everlasting light shine upon your holidays. Victory to clan and kin, Covenant Warriors. Covenant Cannon, out.